It's time for the good news.
With producer Eddie.
Tell me something good.
Mike Burton, he's at Myrtle Beach with his family vacationing. He's in the water. He gets caught in a rip current. It flips him over. He drowns. He goes unconscious. And his family sees him on the beach, says, oh my gosh, somebody help him. A family is nearby. They grab him, drag him to the beach. Lucky for Mike, there are 4 strangers on the beach that can help immediately. 2 doctors, 2 nurses. They go into action, CPR, call a helicopter. He goes to the hospital. He's on life support. And you know what? That was a week ago. And now Mike, he has relearned to walk. He's ready to celebrate his 27th wedding anniversary, and he's back at work.
Oh.
So who were these doctors and nurses? Do they all know each other? Were they from the same hospital, same doctor's office?
Like a beach retreat?
Yeah, was it? Like a shop with a cop, and all of a sudden you rob a store. You don't know if they're together?
Don't know if they were together, but Mike has no idea who they are and wishes he could meet them.
Oh. Where was this again?
This is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
If you were in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because our show is on there. When was this? What day is all this happened? Is it on that piece of paper there?
It's not on here.
Okay, and you saved someone's life with 3 other medical professionals. Call us, because we'd like to do the reunification.
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool. Good story. You ever been to Rip Current?
I have, but I just let it take me.
Okay, that's called a wave.
No. Man, you get pulled
is it the
hard.
wave pool?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Don't fall for this.
Just let it take you, man.
All right, that's it. Thank you. That's what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
Bobby Bones Show.
This is Kendra from Houston.
I was calling because I was listening to an episode from December 1st, 2022. Amy was talking about how she had to put in applications for getting a new winning song, and you guys kind of bypassed it. But it was hilarious, and that was a big deal from back in the day. But just wanted to see if anybody else now wanted to change their winning song or whatever. But anyways, yeah, love the show.
For the people that are listening on the radio, live, or streaming live, you get to hear the music that we play. For example, if I win something, this is my winning song right here.
You're unbelievable.
If Amy wins something, this is her winning song right here. We pick these songs we like. Now, if you're on the podcast, you don't get to hear it because we'll go to jail. We can't put any music up on the podcast. But Amy, your winning song has been that. Before that, what was it? Because I don't think we let you change, because Amy wanted to change like every week.
I did change to
She was
that.
like, I want today to be Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it was juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Oh, there was a Juicy song.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah,
so maybe that was
and then I
Juicy to this one.
petitioned to the Lizzo one.
Here's Lunchboxes.
All I do is win.
We don't have to go through the whole process.
Yeah.
And here's Eddie's. This is actually Eddie's uncle.
Yeah, my Theo Fufa.
Here's Morgan's. And if Ray happens to get in a game and win, which rarely does he get in, even rarer does he win, this, I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. That's all our winning songs.
Yeah.
Ray looked at me like, I don't have my song ready. But if we sang our own winning songs, the podcast people could hear them.
Oh.
That'd be terrible.
That'd be bad.
All right, let's do the morning corny. Here we go.
The morning corny.
How does the moon get clean?
Oh.
Meteor showers.
That was the morning corny. You send an email and we read it on the air. It's something we call Bobby's mailbag. Yeah.
Hello, Bobby Bones. My fiance and I are getting married in a few months. We're now in the planning stages. My friends keep telling us we need to have an open bar, which sounds great, but honestly, our budget can't really feel that. While talking about this with my wife-to-be, I mentioned the idea of giving each guest 3 drink tickets. That way we can control what we're paying for. She says this is tacky and in bad form. Are drink tickets really worse than having a full-on cash bar? Signed, Frugal Fits. You kind of have a full bar. We let everybody have it. Or you have no alcohol. Or you have a cash bar, or you have a ticket bar. Those are 4 options, right?
Yeah.
Making sure that I'm not missing any of them. Again, this is one that she's probably... I hate to be this guy. If she's planned most of the wedding, you're going to have to lean a little bit to let her have...
The open bar.
No. She doesn't want no.
She does, right?
She
it's
does.
the guy writing it.
But, okay, she wants it, but they don't really have the money for it, he said.
Correct.
Got it. If she's been the one planning most of the wedding, you got to let her plan the wedding. And that sucks, and that's on you, buddy. If you've been doing it equally, I think there's a compromise. But I'm going to bet, based off of my polling of friends for 20 years,
Come on.
she's planned most of the wedding.
But also, tickets aren't tacky.
I agree, but Hold on. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if that's the case, you're going to have to fall to where she is, because you can't jump in as Secret Superman and be like, I'm here to make a decision.
All of a sudden.
When you haven't done that. So, number one is, if she's planned the whole wedding, most of the wedding, you're going to have to just bow down. Number two is, what even is tacky? Everybody's wedding has different things that people think are, what's the dollar dance tacky? Is the tickets tacky? No one's going to look at the tickets and go, well, this is tacky.
No, and 3? That's generous.
The
I've been
ticket-
where I've just gotten 1 ticket.
Oh.
Guys, the ticket puts you in a bad spot.
Yep.
Like, because you drink the 3 real quick, right? And then you're like, all right, we're
What
going
are
to
you
get...
Don't drink them so quick then.
What are you talking about? You're at a
slow down.
wedding.
You're going to only have 3 drinks the whole
but-
night.
And then you got to go find Bobby. Where's Bobby? I know he's not using his 3 tickets.
That's
and then
true.
you're like, Bones, but can I please have your 3
And then
tickets?
you have 5 people begging you for those tickets. It's like, man, it's so awkward and it's uncomfortable.
It
And you're
is.
not paying attention to the best man's speech because you're too busy trying to barter for a ticket. Like, no.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
selling your body for
Yeah.
tickets at the wedding.
Yes.
It
Dang.
is so
Use your
tacky to have
3
tickets.
and then buy your 4th drink. Like,
That's
it's
true, too. You
not
can do that.
Crazy.
Don't worry about tacky. It's your wedding. Who cares? DGAF about what anybody else thinks of your wedding. You're not building a wedding for them. So if you guys have planned it pretty even, I think you should let her hear this. It's not tacky. You could be doing 100 things that people think are tacky that you don't think is tacky. You could be doing things that you think are tacky people don't think is tacky. It's all based on the person. If you don't think it's tacky, it's not tacky. Do drink tickets. I would encourage you to do that, because
How about BYOB? That's at least I know I didn't bring my case of beer.
That's tacky F.
That's really
That's pretty tacky.
Yeah.
Everybody rolls in with their cooler.
I like that.
That's music festival. That's what that is. And there's just people getting married at the music festival.
We got your email and we read it on the air. Now it's time to close Bobby's mailbag. Yeah.
Usually, if I'm in whatever it is, a beef with an artist or a record label, I know it because either I've said something stupid or I've had a huge opinion about something, but I often know it. I think I'm in a beef with somebody. I didn't even know it.
What's making you think you might be?
Because I heard from somebody. This person came on the show, and then what I heard was they're never coming back on the show. But I did not think this was at any way offensive in real life. I will play the clip. I have not talked to the artist. I will play you the clip that people say is the reason this artist is not coming back on the show. And if he doesn't come back, I don't care. I mean, we don't have to have an art. We don't need artists, but it's fun to have them. It's good for us. It's good for them. But like, I'm not begging. But anyway, we're apparently in a beef with somebody.
Where are you?
Well, me is us. Yeah. Okay, back in a second with that.
Bobby Bones Show. Bobby Bones.
Bobby Bones.
So Dan and Shay, Dan's wife, Abby and Dan have a dog. Dog has cancer. And they've been talking about kind of the journey to make sure that this dog lived. They love this dog. We're close with Abby and Dan. They are very involved in a dog charity that we're also involved in, but not near as much as they are. It's like their life. They love these dogs. So the story was that they have this dog. They take it to the vet. They're like, something's wrong. And the vet was like, nope, it's all good. Send the dog back. And Abby's like, I don't know. So she goes to Dr. Josie. Dr. Josie does a podcast called In the Vet's Office. And Dr. Josie was like, no, this dog has cancer. That's how they found out the dog had cancer.
Wow.
The first vet apparently was like, no, I think... So here is Dr. Josie talking about, they took a sample from the dog after they'd already went to one doctor. Here you go.
So in looking under the microscope, it was a lot of red blood cells. And then there were a couple questionable cells where I was like, I think we should have the pathologist look at this.
Yeah.
So then we sent it off to the pathologist.
Yes. And then it unfortunately came back with what is indicative of sarcoma.
And that's Abby on with her. They talk about this on the latest episode of In the Vet's Office. Doctors are human. I have to remind myself that sometimes. Doctors, vets, and I really do have to remind myself that because I just feel like they are a lowercase g God. And they are all-knowing, and they're doctors, so I must just trust them. And I do, and we have to. But I would just be like, okay, doctor cleared it. Guess it's all good.
Yeah, I guess it's just a good reminder to get second opinions.
Humans are, regardless, humans don't always do the right thing, don't always make the right decision, and they're not doing it on purpose. But had they not gone to a different doctor, they would have never known the dog had cancer, which is crazy. So Abby Smyers is on In the Vet's Office with Dr. Josie. That being said, if a doctor tells, I'm just believing it. I'm not going. I've never done a second opinion. I've just believed everything my doctor ever told me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've had anything serious enough to where I need to get a second opinion, but...
Or have you? And the doctor told you it wasn't serious.
Well, then we don't know yet what is developing inside of me.
Ominous music plays.
Yeah, no, just a good reminder.
Abby Smyers talks about Dan, and they have a dog named Ghost, and it was a foster dog. They foster all kinds of dogs. There's a foster dog, and they had Ghost, and they bought Ghost a tuxedo to be in their wedding photos. Here's the story.
His whole neck and chest were gray, even though he was an all-white dog because he had been chained outside. I said, okay, we'll take him and we'll figure it out with the wedding. Dan was in charge of getting their outfits for the wedding. Their outfits showed up in the mail, and there was a dress for Joy and 2 tuxedos. I was like, Dan, did you get Ghost a tuxedo? And he said, yes, I did. I said, okay, well, if Ghost is in our wedding photos, then we're obviously keeping him. He was like, that was 1,000% my plan. So he was in the wedding
That's
photos.
when you know you made it.
The Bobby Bones Show.
A law to ban phones in classrooms. One of the governors just signed this. We'll talk about that. Also, a flight's about to land, and the landing gear tire falls off before it lands. This is America. Not that it matters, but I feel like we look at, Boeing though, man.
Mm-hmm. But that's where we fly, so we want to feel safe.
I know. This is a crazy story. We'll get to that. And your calls, 877-77-BOBBY. That's our number. We'd love to hear from you. What do you want to comment on? 877-77-BOBBY.
Thanks for waking up with the Bobby Bones Show on Case 100.7.
This United flight loses its landing gear. I hate to fly. It makes me nervous talking about this story. I'm scared to fly. I don't understand flying. I don't see how that thing that's all metal gets up there and stays up there. I'm not supposed to see, though, right? Like, I just get on and go. But that doesn't mean I'm a control freak. And you know what? I should trust those pilots in that plane way more than I should trust me driving a car. Because I think I'm a good driver, but there are a lot of other idiots, too. I'm talking myself into not going crazy right now.
Right. And you appreciate physics.
I do.
And that's how it's happening.
It just scares me. I don't understand how to think. If, let's say the engines go out and they glide. Because Amy's ex-husband was a pilot, and he called it like a safety landing or something.
A controlled landing.
It crashed. The plane died on him.
The propeller departed the aircraft, as he put it.
He found a body of water and safety landed.
He had a controlled landing.
Crashed into the water.
In the middle of the Adirondack Mountains or something. It was wild. Crazy.
Amy comes to me after the show.
Yeah.
Hey, she was married to him at the time. Which, by the way, I still like him. There's no...
Yeah.
I'm just telling the story because I still like the guy.
I got a phone call of him. He was him and another guy in the plane. They survived just some scratches, but the scratches were even from swimming to shore and climbing. It was like no humans had ever even been in this body of water. And then a Black Hawk helicopter had to come and throw a rope down, and he had to use his phone or something like the sun to show the helicopter where he was, to reflect.
Wow.
It's
crazy. And Amy comes to me after the show and goes, hey, can I say his name?
Yeah, Ben.
Okay. Amy, Amy goes, Ben just had an airplane crash. Mm-hmm. What? Oh, it's all good. What? Mm-hmm. His money's blue, but he's all good. What?
Well, the blue's from the gasoline.
The gas.
When they color it.
It's
an airplane, when it goes in the water, that way they know where to clean it up and where it's spilled.
Oh, like gas fuel is blue.
Well, once it
dye
goes
it
into
blue.
the water. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't like airplanes.
Bottom line.
And this flight, a United flight out of California, lost the whole landing gear tire wheel fell off as it took off. So, and the question is, what's the protocol? Are you telling me immediately as a passenger?
That's what I'm saying. They come over the intercom.
I don't want to know.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't need to know. It's going to do me no good to know, because I'm going to start making calls immediately before my 3, 4G, 5K, whatever it is, gets out. This is it. I just want to tell you I love you. Oh, this is it. Everybody's going to be doing that.
But they got to tell you before they land, right?
Yeah, they're probably like, hey, we've had some issues with landing gears. Maybe a little bumpy.
Yeah.
That's information that everybody doesn't need to know, especially if they think they can handle it, which they did. They continued on. They landed. The landing gear has other little pieces, and that was fine, but there were 174 passengers and 7 crew members, and they landed, and those pilots deserve the Medal of Flying. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah,
they need it. I would make it if I were the president. It's like Sully when he landed that plane on the water.
Captain Sully?
Crazy.
It's like that dude, and listening to him in interviews, he was like, I just trained so much
He also was he a naval or Air Force pilot, something.
He was like,
they
I
do
trained
have a
so
different
much
level.
that I just didn't freak out because it was almost like muscle memory kicked in. He was like, I don't think I did anything heroic, but I had just been so trained for this that when it happened, it kind of just took me over.
Well, yeah, and the crazy part is, though, they don't actually... Like they can
They don't do it
train
for real.
takeoffs and landings all the time, but training for water is a simulation.
See the planes land in the river?
Yeah.
By your
just
house?
training.
Hey, we're good, guys.
But it's like those simulators. Like I think about those race car movies where the simulators they play in the video game, and then they go out and actually race a car. Like it's kind of like that. You just practice so much.
And that one guy in that one movie got good.
Gran Torino.
Oh,
yeah.
I never saw that. Maybe we
It's
should do that on
good.
Tuesday Reviews Day. And if you really like it, tell me again.
Okay.
Because I'm almost done. Let me tell you this. I don't want to give a spoiler for Tuesday Reviews Day when it comes up. There's the show. It might be one of the top 5 greatest shows I've ever seen in my whole life this year.
Well, now we have to wait a week.
It's not going to be even
That's
over,
quite
though.
the tease.
I know, but I'm not even reviewing it yet. Tuesday Reviewing it. But it's on Apple. It's 6 episodes in, I think of 8 or 9. And it's called Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Dang.
Mike, are you watching it? It
Okay, I'm
makes me
watching it.
feel so uncomfortable at first. And you constantly have this uncomfortable feeling. I don't want to spoil anything. Also, I don't know what happens because we're 6 in. It's A+. Now, it could totally fall off. But right now, it's A+. But I'm not giving it an official rating at Tuesday Reviews Day because it's not done.
What's it called again?
Presumed Innocence.
Okay.
Mike, would you say it's excellent so far?
Oh, yeah. The new episode comes out today. I can't wait to
We
watch
watched it last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have not watched
It
it
came
yet.
out at like 9 p.m. We sometimes will go. We were looking for the new season of Calling from Accounts. Hilarious. And they made it, but it's not in America yet. So we're looking for that. And I'm like, let's just go see if it's out early, that episode. Because we love it. And it was up. We watched it. It was awesome. I wanted to cry.
So they do that? They just kind of throw it up the night before?
Don't know. Never
A
seen it
little
happen
treat?
before. I told Caitlin, I said, I made a couple calls.
Oh, you did? You
She
pulled
said-
that
She
one?
said, you're so full of
You hit up
You
Jake?
didn't do that.
Virginia governor signs an executive order banning phones in classrooms. Amy, thoughts?
Yeah, I know. I think it's great. I'm for this. Sometimes I, as a parent, text my daughter during the school day because I need information. And then when she texts me back right away, I'm like, what are you doing? And
That's
she's
entrapment.
like, yeah, I know.
You just
It is.
entrap. Yeah.
I agree. As a parent, I should not do that. And I should know, I know her lunch hour and that's when I should reach out. But I'll send notes and we're sort of texting all day. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, why was she able to text me all day? She should be in class. So
She
as a-
should wait a minute, like play it cool. Like you
Well,
guys
no.
are dating, first date. Like, don't.
First of all, I need to stop and only communicate with her in proper hours. But I think for teachers and students, this is such a great thing.
Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin put an executive order in place yesterday to eliminate cell phone use in public schools. Not as simple as it sounds, as the order instructs the State Department of Education to come up with guidance for how to establish what the governor calls cell phone-free education. The state is putting $500,000 toward the initiative. School districts are ordered to adopt new policies by January 1st. That's from NBC News. You know, maybe they can't take it in the actual classrooms, but they can have it in the hallways. There's going to be some compromise. Yeah, having, they go into a classroom, they put it in those bags. But then schools are going to have to pay a bunch of money for those bags.
And then every class, you got to go get your phone out of the bag.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. Stick in the lockers.
It's time for the good news.
With Amy.
Tell me something good.
There's a video going viral on social media of a mom opening up a delivery box, and inside is a cap and gown that she never got to wear at her 1982 George Washington University Law School graduation.
Why does she not get to wear it?
She was on her way and got into a car accident. So she never got to go. She was later able to complete everything, got her law degree, but just never experienced the honor of a graduation ceremony. Well, one of her kids just graduated law school and kind of got the idea of like, I've got my cap and gown. Let's get mom a cap and gown and do a little graduation ceremony with her now.
Because she did graduate. She just didn't get to have graduation.
Yeah, all these years later, it was just something she shared with her kids that was kind of, she worked really hard to be a part of that big moment, and she didn't get to experience it while she did finish her degree and practice law. She just never got to have the graduation.
That woman is what I would call bizarro world lunchbox, because exactly the opposite thing happened with him, where she graduated yet didn't get to walk. He walked cap and gown, but did not graduate.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, because if you're like within a certain amount of hours and you're supposed to finish it over the summer or whatever, they let you walk the stage. It's just your diploma is empty when you get to the end of the stage. So mine had nothing in it, and I was going to take that final class, and then
life, man,
fame.
I mean, all of ours are empty, right? Like mine was empty too, but I graduated.
Mine was empty because
mine was. You didn't graduate either, and you held it secret from us forever.
I did, but then I went back. I went and finished my 3 hours.
Yeah, he did.
And I have a degree.
No, mine wasn't because they handed you a flat hard thing, and the diploma was in that.
Oh.
We didn't have the thing where they handed you like a scroll.
We had two.
Like Socrates.
No, ours was a little thing like you open it up.
Oh no, ours wasn't. Ours was like shake a hand and you get a flat hard cover, and inside of it is your diploma.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, mine was empty, and the inside said,
"No, yeah, we get it. It said, sorry, try again later."
But I did hug the president of the university. I gave him a big old bear hug.
All right, shout out to those kids. That's pretty cool. Good story. That's what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.